Good evening. My name is Tyler Welch, and I'm reporting live from Sloan Park, where the Nebraska Cornhuskers are taking on the San Diego State Aztecs. They will be facing off in each team's third and final 20 game of the 2025 MLB Desert Invitational. Now, Nebraska is coming off of a huge win against number 16 ranked Vanderbilt, where senior Gabe Swanson racked up 6 RBIs, helping the Nebraska score all 6 of their runs against the Commodores. On the other side of the ball, San Diego State is coming off of a loss to Grand Canyon, where they almost came back in the ninth inning, but fell just short, losing 6-5. Now, they are just one game removed from a 16-run outburst for Seton Hall, so this is sure to be an exciting one. So let's head down to the field now. You see the starting lineup for the Aztecs there will be Finley Bates leading off, and he will be facing Will Walsh, the left-hander for Nebraska. Walsh started 10 games last season. He pitched to the tune of a 5.06 ERA, but he was a two-way player. This year, he has decided to focus solely on pitching, so we should see an uptick in improvement. First pitch, right back to the pitcher, and he will throw to first for the out. Quick one there for Walsh will bring up Nevin Noonan, second baseman for San Diego State. Through their first 2 games, Noonan is 4 for 10. He'll take that one for a strike. Swings at that one. And it'll be a base hit to left field. Noonan gets on. So a good approach from Noonan will bring it to his 5th hit of the season and bring up Jake Jackson, the sophomore center fielder. And he drives that one into center field. Center fielder ranges back and will catch it on the warning track for 2 outs. Walsh made the Big Ten All-Tournament team last season. He pitched to a 5.06 ERA with 43 strikeouts in 58.2 innings pitched. And that one will be a ball outside. Batter is number 6, CJ Moran, a freshman who is currently batting .250. Has 2 RBIs on the season, and he takes that for a ball. Takes a breaking ball for a strike. It'll be 2-1. Walsh checks the runner at first. That'll be a strike upstairs. 2-2. Walsh one pitch away from getting out of this inning early, but he picks off to first instead. Moran takes a cut at that one, but will knock it foul. Count remains 2-2. In high school, Moran batted .472 in his senior year, but was also a football player, leading the team to a state championship there. So, a very athletic player. He looks to be a big part of this San Diego State offense that struggled a bit last season as they went to a record of 17-37. He'll ground that to second base. Second baseman runs up on it, throws the first for the out. And a quick inning for Will Walsh, who gets through the Aztec lineup easily, and it'll be on to the bottom of the first, where and we're back. The Cornhuskers now up to the plate. They will be facing San Diego State's pitcher Marco Sipilla. Marco is in his first season with the Aztecs. He came from University of Colorado, Colorado Springs, and in his sophomore season, he threw for 60 strikeouts and a 6.71 ERA. Leading off for the Cornhuskers is going to be Caden Brombog, the second baseman. You can see some of Sipilla's stats there at UCCS. Had 12 starts from Independence, Minnesota. He's working with a fastball, curveball, and a splitter that he learned over the summer in the Cape Cod League. Brumbaugh, the batter, is a transfer from Oklahoma State last season, played in 40 games and batted to the tune of a .307 average. So far this season, he's 2 for 10. The pitch from Sipilla. Laced into right field. That is going to get down. The right fielder can't get it, and he is going to go for extra bases. Brombog's looking for 3. And he's going to get in there easily. Standing triple for Brombog to start the first inning. You look back at that, it's a fastball high and up, and he just takes it the other way, waits back on it, and drills it into the corner. Right fielder wasn't able to get there in time. And that'll set up Max Butenbeck for an easy RBI opportunity. So far this season, Butenbeck is 1 for 7, but has 3 walks and has scored 4 times. He takes that one outside for a ball. Butenbeck is sophomore, only played in a few games last season, had 6 total at-bats, but so far this season has played in both games and will likely be a large part of their offense. Sipilla delivers, and that'll be a swinging strike. Pitch. And another strike. That'll bring the count to 1-2. Sipilla stands at 6'4", throws a pretty commanding, powerful fastball. See how that helps him against this Nebraska offense, which has been shown to have quite some power. Fouls it away. Now, Nebraska started the season at number 24, but have already beat number 16 Vanderbilt and are coming off of their first ever Big Ten championship with transfers like Brumbong, other players. Despite some losses in the pitching staff, they should still be a threat to be top of the country. That pitch is fouled off as well. Butenbeck will get another chance. Shakes one off. Swung on and drilled into center field. That is going to be caught, but the runner will tag. Here's a throw, and it won't be in time. So Nebraska gets on the board first to go up 1-0 on the sacrifice fly from Butenbeck. Great piece of situational hitting there from Butenbeck, taking the two-strike approach, drilling it in the outfield, and making sure that his runner could get in. Dylan Carey will be the batter. The junior played 61 games and had a team high 18 doubles last season. So far this season, he is 3 for 8 with 2 RBIs. Nice breaking pitch on the outside corner will make for strike one. Another breaking pitch will be strike two after Carey fouls it off. The windup. Swung on and grounded to shortstop. Third baseman's going to cut in front, but he can't make the transfer. That'll be a base for Carey and will likely go down as an error by the third baseman, Daniel Arambula. Though Sipla can't get the easy second out, and that is going to make it for Case Sanderson to come to the plate. So far this season, Sanderson is 2 for 6 with 3 walks. He was Big Ten All Freshman with a team leading .469 OBP last season. Ball low. Checks the runner. And he picks off, but Carey will get back in safely. Way upstairs. Count will go to 2-0. San Diego could really use some quick innings out of Sipla. They've had to already use quite a few of their pitchers, especially with their 16-11 victory on Friday. Pitching staff is definitely thin. Here's the pitch. Beautiful curveball will go in for a strike. Count will move to 2-1. Sanderson grounds that one towards the 4 hole. Second baseman will throw it. Oh, he slips. Ball gets away, and the runners are going to advance. Carey looks for home, but he decides against it, and then we're going to have runners on second and third with only 1 out. Some defensive woes already proving to be an issue for San Diego State as they now have 2 runners in scoring position and Gabe Swanson, the hero of the Vanderbilt game, stepping up to the plate. Swanson, the left fielder, as mentioned before, had 6 RBIs in the 6-4 win against Vanderbilt last night. Really was the difference maker with 2 doubles and a home run to put them ahead. Ball in the dirt. Curveball for a strike. Swanson last season had a bit of a cold start, but really picked it up towards the end of the year. Was on the Big Ten All-Tournament team and hit 4 home runs in Stillwater, finishing with a 327 batting average on the season. Swing and a miss. So far this year, he is 3 for 7. He has a 1.149 slugging percentage and likely will look to continue to be a big slugger for this Husker offense. Much needed out here. The wind up, the pitch, swing and a miss. Gets away from the catcher, but he is just going to tag Swanson, and that'll be out number 2. So a big strikeout pickup there for Cipolla. He now just needs one more to keep it, to hold the damage for Nebraska. Looks like coach is questioning something here. Swanson appears to be arguing that he may have tipped the ball. See the replay. But it appears no go. So it'll remain 2 outs on the scoreboard. Nebraska still up 1-0. The runners on second and third for Cale Frost, the right fielder. Breaking ball doesn't break enough. That will be ball 1. Frost, a senior, is currently 0 for 6. Hasn't had a hit yet this season, but does have a walk and a hit by pitch to get on base. Dots the inside corner for strike 1. It'll be 1-1. Quite a few lefties on this Nebraska offense should make it a bit harder on Cipolla, who doesn't appear to be throwing many changeups, nor has he debuted his splitter yet. Fouled away. 1-2. All Cipolla needs here is one more pitch to get out of the inning after a few errors and a leadoff triple by Brumbog. And he will get it. Swing and a miss. A great strikeout from Cipolla, and that will stop the bleeding at 1 run. Nebraska leads going into the second inning. Will Walsh will come back to the mound after an efficient first inning. He will start his second inning by facing Daniel Arambula, the freshman out of Yucaipa, California. Arambula is an exciting prospect for Nebraska, for San Diego State. He had offers from Vanderbilt, LSU, Arkansas, and Miami, but chose to go with the Aztecs instead. He will take ball 1 there. 1-1 count for Walsh. And that'll be just outside, ball 2. Quick pitch. That'll be skied to the first baseman. And caught, so another quick out for Walsh. Zane Kelly stepping to the plate for the Aztecs. So far this season, he is 5 for 7 with an 800 OBP. He has a double, a triple, and a stolen base. He'll take a hard hack at that one, but fouls it off. Only played 20 games last season for the Aztecs, but had a 353 batting average and 588 slugging percentage. He grounds that one through the 6 hole and will be on with a single. Kelly continues his hot start, and Walsh will now have to face Jonathan Smith, hero of game one for the Aztecs. He had 3 hits and 5 RBIs in that game. Kelly had 4. Smith is a grad student, played 2024 at Biola University, where he played 28 games and batted to the tune of a 295 average. Check swing gets him, and that'll be strike 2. Walsh moving quickly on the mound. He delivers and gets a swing and a miss. So 2 outs here already for the Big Red. Looking to be another shutout inning for Walsh, but he has to face Gage Adams, the catcher, first. This will be Adams' first at-bat of the season. Up to this point, it had been Evan Sipe behind the plate. Pick off to first. Nothing going there. Takes that one for strike 1. Adams is currently at his 4th college in 4 years. He was at South Alabama last year and only had 1 plate appearance. Grounds that one to short. Be taken by Carey and thrown to first for the out. And a quick inning for Walsh again will leave 1 runner stranded. San Diego goes scoreless, and it'll be Nebraska's turn to hit with Joshua Overbeek leading off. And we're back at Sloan Park. Cipolo looked to have a cleaner inning than the first, in which he allowed 3 base runners, though 2 were on errors. Leadoff hitter will be Joshua Overbeek, the third baseman. Overbeek is 1 for 3 this season with a triple. Yet another left-handed hitter in this lineup. Has some pop in his bat, hit 6 home runs last season. The pitch fouled off. The pitching situation at San Diego State will be interesting to follow this season. Will Bolt, my apologies, head coach Sean Cole also takes the responsibilities of pitching coach, but they have added Mark Melancon, the former 4-time All-Star, as a pitching development coordinator. So there's a lot of help in that bullpen. They definitely want to improve upon their pitching from last season. It'll be interesting to see how Cipolla and some of these other transfers will do. Here's the pitch. Laced into right center. Right fielder cuts it off, and Overbeek is going to stop at first with a single. The leadoff hit for Nebraska, and that's going to bring up catcher Will Jeske. Jeske is just a sophomore, plays other positions in the field, but today will be behind the plate. He's from Lincoln, Nebraska, so a homegrown player. Fouls the fastball off into the stance. In his freshman season, he started 4 games, played in 19 overall, came in as pinch hitter quite often. This will be his first at-bat of the 2025 season. Ball upstairs. Cipolo will certainly have to pay attention to Overbeek over on first. He had 16 stolen bases last season, so can definitely run it. The pitch fouls it away. 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit high. Catcher will track it, but it'll be out of play. Jeske lives to see another pitch. Now, we mentioned how Jeske is a utility player, but on the other side of the ball, the Aztecs have 5 different players listed as two-way players. Fox, Rumeri, Niffin, Pettigrew, and Lysico. So they have multiple players who may try and break onto the team as both hitters and pitchers. Jeske low in his stance. Pick off to first. Runner will be safe. One and two. Big lead over at first for Overbeek. The pitch. He has to ground that one to short. It's going to be a tough play. He throws a second, spikes it. Everybody's safe. And once again, defense proving to be an issue. Was a tough play for Bates. Had to go to his right, but definitely could have been made. 9-hole Riley Silva, the center fielder, now coming to the plate with 2 runners on and no outs. Silva is 1 for 4 on the season. And they'll call a timeout. Looks like pitching coach wants to have a talk with his young pitcher. Maybe give him a breather. That'll be Sean Cole, the head coach. As we mentioned, he handles the pitching duties as well. Definitely needs a few more innings out of Cipolo if they're going to make it through this one. Silva hails from Cambridge, Ontario. He's actually one of 3 players on this Big Red offense, on this Big Red team, for that matter, to be from Canada. The other 2 are Caleb Clark and Colin Simbalasia. Ball 1 in the dirt. Runners do not advance. Cipolo checks second, throws it. Silva squared to bunt, but pulled back. Ball is in the dirt again, and it'll be 2-0. Silva is known for his wheels and for his bunting. He had 18 sacrifice bunts last season, which was first in the country. He had 32 stolen bases, which was 17 among all college teams. Squares the bunt again, but pulls back. 3-0. Squares a bunt, but takes strike one. Silva got on base at a 406 clip last season. It's a big part of that Nebraska offense that won the first ever Big Ten championship in school history. This season, they are the second best team in the Big Ten, according to many rankings, with the addition of Oregon. That'll be bunted down. Third baseman will race for it, but he can't get him. It'll be bases loaded, no outs for the Huskers. Well executed bunt there from Silva. Third baseman didn't have a chance at a play, so Arambula just decided to hold it. And all ducks will be on the pond for Caden Brumbaugh, who hit a triple in his first AB. Cipolo will go from the windup. Ball is low. Three for 11 this season on the weekend. That'll be down the middle for a strike. Brumbaugh holds. Here's the pitch. Swung on and drilled to left field. That's going to bring in at least two. Left fielder races over for it. Throws it in. And two are going to score on that double by Brumbaugh. 3-0 Nebraska. Outstanding piece of hitting there. And it just seems like Cipla is not able to get to this offense. He waits back and just drills that one into left field. There's no question that both Overbeek and Jeske were going to score. 3-0 early in this one. Two runners in scoring position for Butenbach, who hit a sacrifice fly his last time up. Ball is high. Butenbach, a little bit of a legacy player here at Nebraska. His father, Ben, was on the 1997 football championship team, and his uncle, Matt, was on the 1994 and 1995 championship teams. Quite the legacy of Huskers. As I was saying earlier, Nebraska is ranked 24th in the country, but Oregon, new team in the Big Ten, is ranked 12th. So they will have new competition in order to hold their title as Big Ten champions. I'm sure they're hoping to do more after they were knocked out early in the Stillwater Regional. Butenbach will take that first strike. 2-1 is the count. Swung on and missed. Good curveball. The junior delivers. Misses a spot, but that's going to get Butenbach. Left fielder racing over, can't get it. Foul ball. Would have been a big break for Cipolla, but probably would have scored a run as well. Silva was looking to tag up. Not an easy man to catch. So the count will be even at 2-2. That'll be hit over to second baseman. He'll field it cleanly, throw it to first, and that'll be one out. However, the run does score, so it'll be 4-0 Nebraska. Brumbaum moves over to third. It makes for 2 RBIs for Butenbach. Ball in the dirt, 1-0. Delivery. Good curveball, but just offside. Will be ball 2. Now, it's hard to tell in that stance how low he is, but Carey stands at 6'3", 210 pounds. He has a bit of a crouch, make the strike zone smaller. Curveball off, 3-0. Things start to get out of hand here. Cole's going to have to look to his bullpen. Just a little bit depleted with how the weekend has gone so far. Might have to start digging into those freshmen. Swung on, hit into right field. Traces back. We'll catch it, but it'll be another run. So sacrifice fly for Carey, and it'll be a 5-0 Nebraska lead here in the second inning. One more to go here for Cipolla. It'll be Case Sanderson returning to the plate. Got on an error last at-bat. Ball up. The pitch. Swung on, but hit into the stands. Here's the delivery. Swung on a miss, so 1-2 count for Cipolla here as he looks to escape yet another long inning. Takes a few off. Waits a second before delivering, but now he goes. And fouled off yet again. 1-2. Cipolla was certainly a question mark coming into San Diego State. Didn't have the greatest success at University of Colorado, Colorado Springs. Had 60 Ks in 59 innings, but a 6.71 ERA. In the Cape Cod League this summer, however, he pitched to a 2.84 ERA, so he has the stuff. It's just a matter of whether or not he can put it all together, and so far this evening he has not. 2-2 is the count. Deep breath. Swung on, hit to the second baseman, and that'll be tossed over to first. So, 4 spot for the Huskers. They look to continue their success in the third inning, and a rough one for San Diego State. The Scarlet and Black will have to try and get a few back here. As we begin the third inning, it'll be Drew Rudder stepping up to the plate, looking to make a dent against Will Walsh, who has been very strong to start this game. Two quick strikes here, though. Rudder, a sophomore, was 7 for 41 in his freshman season. Didn't have a lot of opportunities, but had 6 RBIs. Played some outfield. Checks his swing there. Won't go. 1-2. He's 1-7 to start the season. Playing first base position, he did not play much last season. And he watches that one for a strike 3. Walsh gets another. That is his second K of the game. Lineup returns to the top. Finley Bates. Watches that one for a ball. That's a strike. Bates was one of 2 players on San Diego State to be named to the All Mountain West preseason team. The first was Serrano, the pitcher, for Game 1 of this MLB Desert Invitational. Serrano had a 3.06 ERA last season. Struggled a little bit against Seton Hall. Good take. The count will go full for Bates here. And he walks. Strong at bat there. He will move to first base for Nevin Noonan, who had a single in his first at bat. Walsh will have to move to the stretch. Strong start to the season for Noonan. 5 for 11. Strike 1 at the knees. Pitch. Oh, and that is smoked into left field, but it is going to go straight to the left fielder. Caught for the second out. So another quick 2 outs here, and Walsh is just decimating this Aztec offense to this point. Jake Jackson will look to make a difference here. Lined out to center field in his last at-bat. Jackson, a rather lanky player, stands at 6'6", only 205 pounds. Looking to have a strong sophomore season. He batted .276 last season with 35 RBIs. Swung on and missed. Good changeup there from Walsh. All off. Jackson was the freshman of the week of the Mountain West 3 different times this past season. That one laced into center field again, but is going to be camped under for out number 3. San Diego State fails to threaten, and Nebraska is going to keep their 5-0 lead heading into the bottom of the third. Flashback to the 2019 World Series. Vanderbilt won it all. It'll still be Sipla on the mound entering this third inning. Already has a few runs to his name, 4 of which are earned. Now here's a Stillwater Regional where Swanson had 4 home runs. His name to the Stillwater Regional team, and he will be stepping up to the plate yet again. Cade in his first at bat takes a curveball for strike 1. Pitch fouled directly back, strike 2. This is not the first time these two teams have faced each other. In the all-time series, San Diego State actually leads 8-4 and won their last matchup in 2020 by a score of 4-2. They'll look to extend on that lead, but as for right now, it has been a one-sided affair with Nebraska going up 5-0. Swanson takes ball 1. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Sipala gets Swanson yet again, his 3rd strikeout of the game. Up will come Cale Frost, who also struck out in his last at-bat. Frost was the Summit League Player of the Year last season, had a .742 slugging percentage and a .433 OBP, school record 21 home runs. Comes from a athletic family. Both his sister and brother have played softball or baseball at Kirkwood Community College. Takes a big hack, strike 1. Frost still searching for that first hit of the season. The pitch. Taken inside, ball 2. He takes that one upstairs and it won't fall. 3-1 is the count. The delivery. Taken at the knees for strike 2. Sipala will get to a full count. Three and 2 delivery to Frost. Wind up inside, ball 4. Sipala fails to get Frost again, and he will have a runner on for a 3rd consecutive inning. And that'll bring up Joshua Overbeek, who had a line drive single into right center last at bat. Overbeek, a switch hitter. Fouls it away. Pick off to first. Nothing going there. Simple deals, and it will be low. Ball two. That'll hit the batter on the foot, and that will be another runner on for Cipolla. Yet again, he has a runner in scoring position. Looks like that one just got away from him. Spiked it and ended up catching Overbeak on the toe. That brings up Will Jeske. Grounded it to shortstop last time, but got on after Bates couldn't make the throw over to second. Oh, and that one will hit Jeske as well. So two straight hit by pitches, and it appears as Cipolla is beginning to lose his touch a little bit. Bases are loaded with only one out. Just an unfortunate situation for the junior here. Two straight fastballs that just got away from him. Time is called by the catcher. Silva an infield single on his bunt last inning. Action in the Aztecs bullpen. It'll be number 22. That is Chris Canada, 6'7" left-hander. Canada hasn't gotten any action so far this season. Maybe making an early appearance in this one. Silva takes strike one. Doesn't appear to be bunting this at bat. Swings that one, grounds it to first base. First baseman grabs it, throws it home. Won't get the runner in time, so a run will score on the RBI ground out by Silva. Much needed out there for Cipolla, who will now look to get out of the inning with only a slight bit of damage, but there are still runners on second and third for leadoff hitter Caden Brumbaugh, who's coming to the plate for the third time in only 3 innings. The pitch, way outside. Already 2 for 2 on the day with a triple and an RBI double. After a rough start to the season. After a rough start in his first 2 games. Already improving. Curveball in for a strike. The pitch, high and up, 2-1. Brumbaugh has scored both times he got on. First on the sacrifice by Max Budenbach, and then again on the ground out by Budenbach. There was a strike in there to make it 2-2. Cipolla hoping to get out of this one with only one run allowed in the inning. Fouls it back. Tried to get him with a high fastball, but Brumbach battles. Here's the pitch. And he drills another one. Third hit by pitch of the inning will load the bases for Max Butenbach. Cipolla just can't seem to find it. Clearly is an intentional, just fastballs that just keep seeming to nick each of these Husker batters. Butenbach comes up to the plate with 2 RBIs in this game already, though he hasn't gotten on. And it looks like we may be seeing the last of Cipolla here. Coach coming out to the field. Having a conversation with his young starter. And we will go to break. And we're back if you're just joining us. Nebraska chased away San Diego State's starter after 2 2/3 innings, scoring 6 runs along the way. It'll be Chris Canada looking to clean up the mess. Junior Southpaw is entering with bases loaded and 2 outs. He'll face Butenbach, the designated hitter. Canada stands a astonishing 6'7". Hums it in there for strike 1. If the Aztecs are going to stay in this game, they're going to need Canada to get them out of this one, try and mitigate the damage. Up for ball 1. Here's the pitch. He doesn't go. Makes it 2-1. Try to get him to chase with a slider outside. Another breaking pitch. He does get him to chase this time, and that'll move the count to 2 strikes. 2-2 to Brumbach, or to Butenbach. Here's the pitch. Just outside. We will see a full count here. Runners will be moving. Walk would be another RBI for Butenbach, who already has 2 on the night. The pitch. Hit into the outfield. Right fielder is going to camp under it. And Canada gets the Aztecs out of the inning with no more damage done. It'll be 6-0 Huskers heading into the fourth. Will Walsh looks to continue his strong start. We'll be facing CJ Moran, who takes a big hack at the first one but doesn't connect. 0-1. Swings at another one, fouls it off, and another quick 0-2 count. Walsh has done an exceptional job of getting ahead of hitters early, and that's been a big component of his success up to this point. Another one fouled away. One of the big reasons that Nebraska was able to win their first Big Ten title, as the pitch comes. Strike three looking. Walsh gets himself another one. Start the inning. But pitching has been a big part of Nebraska's success recently. They had the top team ERA in the Big Ten last season at 4.6 and batting average against at .247. Their leading pitcher was Brett Sears, who was the Big Ten Pitcher of the Year, but got drafted by the Braves. Walsh, a strong candidate to fill his place, is one of the top pitchers on this team. Matt McConaughey another, but he struggled in their first game. There's strike one, 1-1 count. Grounded it to third base. He doesn't get it. Shortstop picks it up, tries to make the throw, and they don't get there in time. Arambula will have an infield single, and once again, San Diego State is able to get a runner on base. Look at that replay. Third baseman dives, just can't get there in time. Sort of glances off the glove. It'll be the lefty Zane Kelly up to the plate. He singled his first time up. Ball away. Ball outside. Count moves to 2-0. Kelly now 6 for 8 on this early 2025 season. Grounds that one. Big hop to second baseman. He tags the runner, but bobbles it. And that'll be just the one out. So Kelly will get on a fielder's choice, but Arambula is forced to go back to the dugout. And it will be Smith, the grad student. Swung on and missed. Breaking ball gets a weak swing out of Smith. The pitch, he lays it, goes to bunt, but pulls back for a strike, and now it is 0-2. So yet another Aztec hitter falls into a quick hole against Walsh. Southpaw delivers, and he gets him looking. Yet another strikeout for the great pitcher. And we will be moving into the bottom of the fourth. Nebraska leads 6-0. Canada will remain on the mound after inducing a inning-ending flyout with the bases loaded. He will be tasked with facing the heart of this lineup, the 3, 4, 5 holes. Carey comes back up to the plate after reaching on an error and then hitting a sacrifice fly in the second. I can see went 3 for 5 on Friday against UC Irvine. Fortunately, wasn't enough to overcome the big outbursts by Irvine. Ball inside freezes carry, but is a ball. The junior delivers. Ooh, disgusting changeup. Gets a swing and a miss out of carry. High and outside, 2-1. The pitch, low, 3-1. Hitters count here for carry. Slugger had 7 home runs last season. But this one will be a walk. So, early base runner here for Canada. He will now have to face Sanderson, who reached on an error in the first inning. Reigning Big Ten All-Freshman steps to the plate. Canada should benefit from the structure of this Nebraska lineup with the long line of lefties coming up. Definitely may have been an issue for Cipolla, the right-hander. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. Runner went on that one. But we'll have to return to first base. 0-2 is the count. This Nebraska offense really has highlighted and emphasized their base running. Since Lance Harville and Mike Sirianni came, they have really helped this team return to the run game. Pickoff attempt by Canada. Ranked among the top in the nation last year in stolen base attempts and sacrifice bunts. Ball up. Canada can't get Sanderson to chase on that one, so the count will move to 1-2. Takes the sign from the catcher. Another pickoff attempt. This one will not get carries either. Umpire seems to be yelling something at the Nebraska dugout. Another pickoff attempt. No go. Canada very aware of the running threat that carry poses. Throws it in and it'll be ball 2. Sanderson stays alive. Fouled away. Looking at these two teams, they obviously had very different seasons last year, with Nebraska winning the Big Ten championship and San Diego State having bit of a rough year. They particularly struggled on the road. They went 17 and 37 overall, but were 4 and 23 in games not at home. Runner goes and is able to make it, so that'll be the first stolen base of the game. Carey moves along to second, but the batter will be out on a strikeout. Canada gets his man, but allows Carey to move into scoring position for Gabe Swanson. Has 2 strikeouts in this game, but is no doubt a dangerous hitter. Ball 1. Good stop by the catcher. Want to know will be the count. Carey jumping around but doesn't go. 2-0. Despite their 10 and 20 record in Mountain West play last year, the coaches of the Mountain West Conference have predicted the Aztecs to finish around 4th or 5th place in the conference, about middle of the pack. No doubt head coach will want something better than that. 2-1 after the breaking pitch falls in. Sean Cole is only in his 2nd season as the Aztecs head coach. Definitely did not have the season he was hoping for last year. Canada delivers. Gets a swing on the ball in the dirt. Swanson chasing there. May have been a changeup that caught him off guard. 2-2 is the count. Canada steps back to second, checks the runner. Now, despite using PitchCom earlier in this game, it appears that Canada and his catcher Gabe Adams have resorted to using hand signals. Adams flashing a few different numbers down there. Gets the ball fouled off, hit off the end of the bat by Swanson. Count remains tied at 2-2. Here's a pitch to Swanson. Ball out. Full count. A walk would bring Cale Frost to the plate, who has a strikeout and a walk so far in this game. Runner goes. Swung on, hit and play. Second baseman will get to it, tosses it to first, but the runner moves to third. So Swanson will remain 0-3, but he does get Carey over to third base for Frost. Good play over there by second baseman Noonan. Rudder at first base made sure to immediately check that the runner didn't move home. And so it'll be the lefty Frost, 0-1 with a walk today. The pitch. Good slider gets the swing. That one just a bit high, 1-1. That one seems to get the elbow pad, and that'll be a hit by pitch on Frost. It'll be the second time this season already that he's been clipped. And now runners on the corners for Overbeek. Fourth Nebraska hitter hit by a pitch this game. Overbeek one for one with a hit by pitch. His single was a hard shot into the right center gap. Sure, he wouldn't mind to do that again here. Ball in. Overbeek has been described as a bit of a vocal leader of this team, as one of the senior players on this roster, one of many senior players for that matter. He has made sure to make it clear about his presence on this team. Takes another one. Two and 0 is the count. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Good off speed. Catches. Overbeek lunging. That one is down as well. 3 and 1. Canada potentially risking having bases loaded here would have to face Will Jeske, the catcher, who has gotten on both of his plate appearances thus far. Here's the pitch. Gets a check swing. That'll be strike two and full count for the third baseman. Frost, the runner on first, will likely be going on the pitch. We'll see if Canada chooses to check him or lets him go. 2 outs. Full count runners on the corners for Overbeek. 6-0 game, Nebraska. And he'll take that one for strike three. Canada gets out of the inning without any runs allowed, keeping the deficit 6-0. San Diego State will look to attack in the fifth. Will Walsh will stay on the mound for Nebraska. To this point, he has 4 strikeouts, no runs allowed. It'll be Gage Adams up to the plate to try and disrupt things. Swung on first pitch, popped up into the infield. First baseman ranges over, and it'll be caught. Out number 1 for the Huskers. Walsh has been completely commanding the zone up to this point as he throws a first pitch strike. Hasn't allowed a single walk this game, though he has allowed 4 hits. No free bases from Walsh, and that'll be grounded to the second baseman, who throws it over to first base, and that'll be 2 quick outs for the Big Red. Great play by Brumbog to range over and toss it on to Sanderson. And it'll be back to the top of the lineups. Bates looking to change things up here. Right down the middle for strike 1. Breaking ball clips the edge of the zone, and we're already down to 0-2. Walsh looking for his fast inning yet, and he will potentially get it barehanded, thrown over to first, but it's high, doesn't get Bates in time. That ball hit awkwardly by Bates, sort of went up in the air, but shortstop Dylan Carey had to take it on bounce, grabbed it with his bare hand. See the replay here. Yeah, waits back on it, grabs it, then fires it over, but just fires it way too high. forcing Sanderson to have to jump up and try and make the play. It'll be Bates' second time on base. He singled last time up. And now it'll be up to Noonan. Try and bring him in. Strike one. That'll be just off the strike zone. Change up on the black. 1-1. The pitch. And that is laced into center field, but is going to be right at the center fielder Silva, who reins it in for the third out. So although Bates gets on, Walsh stays hot, goes through a fifth scoreless inning, and will go down to the bottom of the fifth. Head coach Will Bolt of Nebraska is a former Husker himself, played a few seasons here, and actually still holds quite a few Nebraska baseball records. Played back in the day. Since then, coached at Texarkana, Texas A&M, and a few others. Despite Canada's scoreless first inning, they are going to move on to Evan Miranda, right-hander. Miranda led the team in appearances last year with 25. He had 31 strikeouts over 28 innings. He actually has been teammates with Canada for quite a while. The two went to the same high school. Fires that first one in there for a strike. Miranda is a sophomore. Sported an 8.58 ERA last season. Ball outside. Will Jeske is a batter. Single and hit by pitch up to this point. Fouled away. 1-2 is the count. Swung on, laced into center field, and that will be caught by the center fielder, Jake Jackson. So one out here for the young sophomore. It'll be Silva up to the plate. Infield single on a bunt his first time up. Grounded out his second time up. Watches that one go by for a strike. Silva grounds that one back to the pitcher, but it goes off the glove. The speedster races towards first, and he's going to get there. The throw is not in time, and a hustle play by Silva allows for him to get on base after the ball deflected off of Miranda's glove. Runner on for the Huskers. Miranda was forced to come off the mound to his left. It was his glove side, but he just couldn't handle it. That'll bring up Caden Brumbaugh. 2 for 2 today with a double, a triple, and a hit by pitch. Gotten on all 3 times. Pickoff attempt. Silva's 32 stolen bases from last season, definitely on Miranda's mind. Brumbaugh watches that one in for strike one. Pitch. Outside, the runner goes. And it won't be in time, so Silva gets his first stolen base of the season. Throw is not there in time by Gage Adams. Second stolen base by the Huskers today. That'll move the runner into scoring position for Brumbaugh. He collected some RBIs his second time up with his double into left field. Brought 2 runners in, including Silva. That one's high and up. 1-2 is the count. Way upstairs, 2-2. Miranda rears back. Ball in the dirt. Good stop by Adams. Silva is unable to advance. The count will go full. Runner on second, 1 out. Nebraska leads this one 6-0. Swung on. Hit into the stands. Count remains full. Silva antsy at second. Looks like he may go for third. If Miranda isn't careful. Pitcher gives him a look. Throws it back. Not in time. Silva has to dive in to avoid the tag. Miranda goes. Swung on, fouled. Silva tried to steal there again, but was foiled by the swing from Brumbaugh. He'll make for the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Strike 3 on the corner. Miranda gets Brumbaugh looking there. First time Brumbaugh has been out all game. And there will be 2 outs for the sophomore. Back's turn. See if he can get something going here. 0-2 with 2 RBIs today. Fouled back. Budenback was the first Nebraska hitter since 2021 with an inside the park home run. Hit one of those in one of his 6 at-bats last season. Ball up. One of only 2 sophomores in the starting lineup. No freshmen. That one is lacing the right field. Right fielder's going to range back. He's looking over his shoulder, and that's going to be over the fence for a home run. Budenback drills it over the right field fence to make an 8-0 Husker lead. That is Budenback's first home run of the season. fourth RBI of the game. And this one is starting to get well out of reach. Miranda now to face Carey. Ball away. Over 1 with a walk and a sac fly to this point. Ball away. 2-0. So despite getting 2 quick outs, Miranda unable to prevent the Huskers from scoring, allowing that home run to Butenbach. Three and 0. So 3 quick balls from the sophomore here. And that'll be a walk. Despite Carey thinking about swinging, he decides to hold back, and that'll be a 4-ball walk to the shortstop. If you're just joining us, Nebraska. This has been nothing but Nebraska all game. 8 runs, 1 in the first, 4 in the second, 1 in the third, and then 2 just now on a home run by the designated hitter Max Butenbach. San Diego has struggled to get anything going against Will Walsh, the Husker starter. Walsh has 4 strikeouts on the game, hasn't allowed a walk. The 1-0 pitch, nope. Pickoff attempt to first. Carey in there standing. Sanderson lays off with the curveball. Time is called. Adams will come to talk to his pitcher after he's thrown 6 straight pitches out of the zone. Give him a quick talking to. As we mentioned, this Nebraska pitching force is quite something to look at, and Childress is one of the main reasons why. It's the second season in Nebraska, but has spent 34 years as a coach. Was an assistant coach for Nebraska a while back and has rejoined the team in 2024. Pickoff attempt to first. Carey dives in safely. Long inning for Miranda, he deals. That is hit the other way, but is not going to land fair. Retrieved by Smith. The 2-1 pitch. Ball 3. Swung on, runner goes, and throw is going to be not close. Carey moves on to second, his second stolen base of the game, and the count moves to full. Gabe Swanson on deck. 6 RBIs yesterday against Vanderbilt. Fouled back. Sanderson putting up a good fight here. Not letting Miranda get away with anything. That'll be low. So another walk by the sophomore will put 2 runners on for Gabe Swanson. Number 44 steps to the plate here. 0 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts. Hasn't had the same success he did yesterday. Miranda delivers, and that'll be high. So outside of Chris Canada, the San Diego State pitching has really struggled against this Nebraska offense. Of course, it hasn't helped that the San Diego State defense has committed 3 errors, but quite a few hits and walks already allowed by this team, and that'll go to a quick 2-0 count. Miranda takes the call. And that'll be up as well. 3-0. And Miranda is just not finding the zone. The pitch. Swung on and missed. 3-1. Swanson given the green light here with the lead. 3-1 count. And another swing and miss. So Miranda fights, brings the count back to full, and the runners will be going on this one. Runners on first and second, 2 outs, 3-2 count. Nebraska leads 8-0, looking to add a couple of more here. The pitch. Swung on, fouled back. And we'll do it again. Runners go again. Swung on and missed. Miranda gets out of the inning. Swanson strikes out for a 3rd time this game, but Miranda doesn't get out without any damage. 2-run home run by Butenbach makes it 8-0 Huskers. Will Walsh steps back on the mound. Jackson squares the bunt, but watches ball 1. Jackson 0 for 2 to this point. Walsh gets a foul ball. The delivery. Drilled to shortstop. He fields it cleanly, throws it to first. That'll be out number 1. Good play by the shortstop there. Certainly be interesting to watch this Nebraska team. They don't play their first home game for quite some time. They go and they travel to Grand Canyon, play a series of the Raging Cajuns, and then go to the Frisco College Baseball Classic. They don't play their first home game until March 5th. So a couple weeks, and just there, Walsh issues his first free base, a hit by pitch to C.J. Moran. At this point, Walsh hadn't had a single walk, but has a hit by pitch there. Strike one to Arambula. Freshman third baseman has a single and a fly out to the first baseman. And he watches strike two. So two quick breaking balls make it an 0-2 count. And you see there, perfect game ranked him the #1 third baseman in California. Highly touted prospect. Chose to stay home and play for the Aztecs as opposed to going away, and he swings and misses on that one. Walsh gets his 5th strikeout. 2 outs in the 6th. Be Zane Kelly coming to the plate. He's put together a nice invitational, racking up 6 hits thus far here in Arizona. That one will be outside. Oh, called a strike. 1-1. Singled in the 2nd inning, but grounded into a fielder's choice over to second base in the 4th. Swung on, fouled. So Walsh looking for his 6th straight scoreless inning. Only needs one more strike here to Zane Kelly. Lefty on lefty matchup. The pitch. That's grounded to shortstop. He takes it, tosses it over to second, and that will be another out, another scoreless inning for Walsh. Nebraska enters the bottom of the 6th, up 8-0. As we return, we will be getting the 4th arm out of the San Diego State pitching staff. It'll be left-hander number 24, Alito McBean, freshman. This will be his first appearance of the 2025 season, first college appearance for that matter. He will be tasked with facing the 6, 7, 8 hitters of this potent Nebraska lineup. That's Tony Tarasco, San Diego State assistant coach. He's in charge of the recruiting over at San Diego. McBean gets a ground ball in the first play, fields it, throws it over to first. He'll be in time, fires it over quickly, manages to get Frost. So his first ever collegiate batter will be an out. McBean is from Hermosa Beach, California, so homegrown player, one of 27 Aztecs that are from California. Looks like we'll be getting a pinch hitter here. Rhett Stokes will be stepping in as opposed to Joshua Overbeek. The pitch. Strike one on the outside corner. Stokes is 1 for 3 on the season, has an RBI to his name. Ball one. Stokes led the team last season with a 360 batting average, made the Old Stillwater Regional team. It's actually the first Husker in Haymarket Park history with 5 consecutive 3-hit games. Fouls one off for strike two there. Count will go to 1-2. The pitch. Ball away. McBean delivers. Curveball gets the swing. It's going to be popped up to the second baseman. He ranges back and makes the catch over the shoulder. Good snag there by number 5, Nevin Noonan. So 2 quick outs here for the freshman. He looks to get out of the inning without any damage. It will be the catcher Will Jeske stepping to the plate. Ball up. Opt up. This one will be to Noonan as well. He ranges to his left and gets it. 3 up, 3 down inning. First of the like for the Aztecs. And a clean inning for the freshman. We enter the 7th. Nebraska up 8-0. Walsh stays in for the 7th. He will face Sorry, not Jonathan Smith. Appears to be a pinch hitter, number 34. Sammy Collar. 2 quick strikes to Collar. This is his first appearance of the season. Fouled away. Collar, a sophomore, started 16 games last season, batted to the tune of a 206 average, had 5 RBIs. Hits that one back up the middle. Second baseman gets it, falls to his end behind, and it'll be a single. Can't handle it. And Collar has a pinch hit single to open up the 7th. Brumbaugh got there in time, but just as he got there, seemed to slip. Couldn't hold on to the ball and didn't have enough time to get up and make the throw. Ball one. Gage Adams remains in at catcher. Hits that one to Brumbaugh. He throws it over short. Throws it first. Double play for the Huskers. After a quick first hit, Walsh gets 2 outs and is almost out of the 7th inning yet again. Drew Rudder at the plate. 0 for 2 on the day. Takes a ball. Swing and a miss. Ball in the dirt. Nebraska's next game is on Monday against Grand Canyon. Full game from Walsh would definitely be a benefit to their bullpen. Swing and a miss. Walsh gets the strikeout. 7 scoreless frames by the left-hander, and we will be moving into the bottom of the 7th. Nebraska up 8-0. Camera's trained at Will Walsh, who has thrown 7 outstanding innings for the Huskers. Allowed 0 runs, only 1 hit by pitch, and then 6 strikeouts on 5 hits. Very impressive performance by the redshirt senior. It'll be McBean again for the 7th inning. He'll face Silva. Lefty throws a quick strike inside half of the plate for the lefty Silva. That one inside as well, popped up to the third baseman. He steps forward and makes the easy catch. So 4 straight outs for McBean. Hasn't been too much to be happy about if you're an Aztec fan, but McBean's emergence has definitely been something to look forward to. Brombaugh up to the plate again. He has 2 hits, a hit by pitch, and a strikeout. He takes ball 1. Also helped turn that double play last inning, helped get Walsh out of there sooner. Curveball doesn't find the zone, ball 2. Another pitch, high and outside. No count to the leadoff. Strike 1 looking. Grounds that one to second base. Noonan handles it, tosses it over to first, and that'll be another out. So McBean, now with 2 outs, will be facing Butenbach, who, if you remember, hit a home run in the 5th inning off of Miranda. 4 RBIs on the game, 2 off of sacrifices, the next 2 off of the homer. San Diego hasn't been able to string together 2 scoreless innings in a row yet, so... Oh, curveball breaks in for a strike, 1-1. That's in the dirt, 2-1. The pitch from McBean. Another bender. Fouled away by Butenbach. That evens the count up at 2-2. Upstairs, full count. Back sets. Ball four. First runner surrendered by the freshman McBean. And it'll bring up Dylan Carey, the shortstop. No hits to Carey's name yet, but he does have 2 walks and 2 stolen bases. Gotten on base 3 times thanks to an error in the first inning. Curveball swung on, hitting the gap between shortstop and third, and that is going to be a base hit. First one of the night for Carey, and it'll move the runner on to second. Runners on first and second for the cleanup, Case Sanderson. Sanderson did an outstanding job of waiting back on that curveball, let it come to him, and then drilled it hard past the shortstop, Finley Bates. Sanderson's 0 for 3 on the day, but reached on an error in the first inning. High for ball 1. McBean checks second. Pitches it on, and that is going to plunk Sanderson. That is the 5th hit by pitch of a Nebraska batter this game. Didn't pull down hard enough on the curveball there. Easy base for Sanderson. So after retiring the first 5 batters he saw, McBean now has to face a bases loaded situation with Gabe Swanson up to the plate. Swanson's 0 for 4 on the day with 3 strikeouts. But as we know, is a very real threat for a big hit. Swung on and missed. Off speed gets Swanson out in front. Strike 1. High and away, 1-1. Here's the pitch. And that'll be in, 2-1. Definitely do not want to get behind Swanson in this case. A walk or a hit at this point would bring in a run. Pitch called a strike by a home plate umpire, and that'll move the count to 2-2. Swanson not a fan of the call. Caught the outside corner. Even at 2, bases loaded, 2 outs. Nebraska leads 8-0. McBean delivers. Swung on. Hit into center field. That's going to land. 2 runners are going to come in. Center fielder runs in. He's going to throw it to third. Base hit for Swanson. Brings the Nebraska lead to 10-0. And McBean can't escape with yet another scoreless inning. Runners on the corner for Cale Frost. He's 0 for 2 on the day with a walk and a hit by pitch. Time is called by head coach Sean Cole. He's going to come talk to his young reliever. Here's he's going to let him stay in, try and get out of the inning. McBean started this inning with a pop out to the third baseman and ground out to second, but since then has surrendered a walk, a hit by pitch, and 2 base hits. Pinch hitter comes in for Kale Frost. It's going to be Robbie Bolin, who fouls off the first pitch. Bolin, a left-hander, is 1 for 4 on the season with a double. It's his first year at Nebraska, transferred in from Barton County Community College, and he grounds that one to the right, but it'll be foul. Played on the NJCAA All-Star team this past year. It's the one who's rated USA's best hitter of the tournament. Junior swings on that one, hits it to the third baseman. He dives, throws it across the diamond, but it's not going to be in time, and it gets past the first baseman. Bolin falls, but he's still going to move on to second. And runners will be on second and third now. Aaron Bula couldn't make the throw in time. Bounced it over to first base, and it got past Drew Rudder. Swanson moved over to third base on the play. And the troubles continue for this Aztec defense. Rhett Stokes, who came in as a pinch hitter last inning, will get the chance to face McBean again. Curveball up. Swung on, grounded to the shortstop. He grabs it, but there's no one at third for him to throw to, and everybody is going to be safe. Another run scored on the infield single by Stokes, and this inning just continues to get worse for McBean. Ninth hitter of the inning will be Will Jeske, the catcher. McBean forced him to pop out to second in his last time up, but he'll have runners on the corner this time with 2 outs. Time is called, and it appears this may be it for McBean. Cole headed out to the mound yet again. "12-0 game. When we get back, Jeske will face the new Aztec reliever with runners on first and third. New pitcher for the San Diego State Aztecs is going to be number 17, Thomas Young, one of their many two-way players, freshman out of Carson City, Nevada. Yet another left-hander. Young doesn't have a pitching appearance yet, but did come in as a pinch runner in their first game. Score is 12-0, runners on first and third. 2 outs in the 7th. First pitch swung on, and that's going to be a base hit into third. Base hit in the left field. Another runner's going to score. It's going to be 13-0 Nebraska. Huskers are going to bat around in this one. Silva comes back up to the plate after leading this inning off with a pop out to the third baseman. Although it appears Silva will be pinch hit for by the freshman, number 16, Devin Nunez. Ball away. Young delivers. Breaking ball doesn't quite clip the zone. It's going to be 2-0. Pitch swung on and missed. 2-1 count. Young looks at the runner, throws it, fouled away. That knock by Jeske marked the 12th by this Nebraska lineup in the game. Not to mention the runners that have gotten on via hit by pitches and errors by the San Diego State defense. 13-0 is the score, 2-2 count with runners on first and second, 2 outs. Young delivers, ball in the dirt. We will go to a full count. Runners don't advance. Swung on, hit to the shortstop. Shortstop fields it, throws it over to first. Comes off the bag but tags Nunez as he runs. Quick heads-up thinking by first baseman Drew Rudder will end the long inning for San Diego State. And that'll be it. Here's Walsh's outing will be done. He finished with 7 innings of shutout ball, only allowed 6 hits, no runs. 5 hits, I'm sorry. 6 strikeouts. Going over and high-fiving all the members of the Nebraska bullpen. Coming on to pitch now for the Huskers is going to be number 39, Carson Yasa. Yasa stands at 6'7", 225 pounds. Ball 1 upstairs. Finley Bates leads it off. He's reached base twice. Another ball. Prior to the season, Yasa was cited as potentially being one of the hardest throwers on the team. My apologies, it'll be Evan Escobar pinch hitting for Finley Bates. Swung on, missed. Yasa, redshirt freshman, number 9 overall prospect out of Colorado. Strike 1. Two-two count for Escobar. The pitch blows it by him. Strike 1. Strike 3. First batter of Yasa's career as a Husker strikes him out. He now faces number 13, Hank Tripaldi, another pinch hitter. Tripaldi's a freshman out of Alamo, California. Well outside. That one gets past a diving second baseman. Tripaldi's going to have himself a base hit, and he will be on first. Strong piece of hitting by the freshman there. Slaps it the other way. Now batting is freshman number 42, Dylan Marisette. Marisette lets that one go by for ball one. Another ball taken by Marisette. Appears with the game out of reach, Coach Sean Cole has opted to give his freshmen their first taste of some collegiate baseball, facing the number 24 ranked Nebraska. Ball three. Down the middle for strike one. That one's inside. Oh, called strike two. The full count delivery. Doesn't get Marisette to chase, and that'll be ball four. So after the walk issued by Yasa, it'll be runners on first and second. And Aztecs are finally putting together a scoring threat, although it may be a little late. New hitter at the plate is going to be number 32, Josh Quezada. High strike. Quezada, a sophomore, batted 179 his freshman season, played in 23 games, had one home run. Another strike called, this one on the outside corner. Swung on, laced right at the shortstop. He fields it, tosses it to second base, and it'll be over on first. Picked by the first baseman for a double play. So Yasa gets out of the inning, doesn't allow any runs, and Nebraska holds their 13-0 lead heading into the bottom of the eighth. Great play by the Husker defense. New pitcher for the Aztecs, it'll be number 27, Chris Canavan. Canavan is making his second appearance of 2025 already, had one inning pitched with a hit and 0 runs allowed. He is the sixth Aztec to step on the mound this evening. Swung on and fouled away. Hayden Brumbaugh remains in the game. 2 for 4 on the day with a double and a triple, 2 RBIs. Breaking ball falls in there, 0-2. Young only faced two batters last inning, but as he was stepping off, appeared to be limping off the mound. Hopefully everything is okay with the young freshman. Regardless, Canavan takes over and is able to get a line out over to second base from Brumbaugh, moving him to 2-5 on the day. Pinch hitter comes in for Max Butenbach. It's going to be number 55, Tyler Stone, a senior. Stone takes ball one. Stone's over 1 so far in the season. Has one pinch hit at bat. He hit 289 with 8 home runs in the previous season, though. Good enough for second team All Big Ten. Count moves to 2-0. Canavan delivers. Breaking ball in for a strike, 2-1. That one called a strike as well. It's going to be 2-2 now. Canavan, a similar build to Chris Canada. Canavan, 6'6", 205 pounds. Freshman out of Hermosa Beach, California. Gets Stone to swing and a miss. 2 outs on the 8th inning. So with 2 hits already his name, Dylan Carey will step down for Jaron Cotton, number 21. He swings and misses at the first pitch he sees. Cotton's a transfer from Barton Community College. Had 104 hits, 91 RBIs in 99 games there. Ball away. This is Cotton's first year with the Huskers. Obviously played those first 2 years at Barton Community College before transferring over. Takes a breaking ball in. Swung on and missed. 2-2. Great breaking ball from Canavan there. The pitch. 3-2 count to Cotton. Nebraska led this one all the way, 13-0. Swung on and missed. Canavan gets a 3-3 down inning. San Diego State has 3 more outs to try and make a miracle comeback. Nebraska leads 13-0. Take a look at Nebraska's upcoming schedule. They play at GCU, at Louisiana Lafayette, and then the Round Rock Classic. As I mentioned before, their first home game doesn't come until March 7th, so quite a ways away. They'll have to learn to battle on the field. And first pitch swung on. That's going to be fielded by the shortstop, but he can't come up with it. So leadoff gets on for the Aztecs. Daniel Arambula gets his second hit of the game. Aztecs down to their last 3 outs. Gonna need a miracle if they're gonna win this one. And Canavan, the pitcher, is actually going to hit. Takes a hack at that one. First pitch going. Bobbled by second baseman. Thrown to shortstop to first. Doesn't get there in time. So Canavan nearly avoids the double play ball. It was bobbled over there by the second baseman, preventing them from turning it in time. Sammy Collar comes back up to the mound, to the plate. Yasa looking for his second inning of no-run ball. At Collar's head. Breaking ball got away from him there. That one, right where he wants it, down the middle for strike one. 1-1. The sophomore takes a hack but misses 1-2. Swung on and missed. Yasa gets a sword for his second strikeout of the night. And they're 1 out away from going home with a victory. Ball 1, taken by number 7. San Diego State has their first home game on February 25th, but first they play UC San Diego and then play the Tony Gwynn Classic. Strike 1 taken. Adams is 0 for 3 on the night. Yet to get a hit in this young season, but watches ball 2. Canavan steals second base without any throw. Ball up. With a win, Nebraska is going to move to 2-1 on the season after dropping their first one against UC Irvine. Has an impressive win against Vanderbilt and then complete obliteration of this should do it. Throw to first, and that'll do it. Nebraska beats San Diego State 13-0. A shutout performance first by Will Walsh and then finished off by Carson Yasa. Aztecs will move to 1-2 on the season and will hope to rebound against University of Seattle. Thank you all for joining us. My name is Tyler Welch, and we will see you